Most people don't believe that. They think discipline is this rare gift, something you're either born with or something you need to summon through endless motivation videos, hacks, or morning routines. But that's the lie. You don't need motivation. You don't need hacks. You just need to stop lying to yourself. Discipline is not about feeling inspired. It's not about waiting for the perfect mood. It's not about downloading the latest productivity app or buying a new planner. Discipline is simply this: doing what you said you'd do, even when you don't feel like it. That's it. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't need motivation to do it. You don't hype yourself up with a playlist before flossing. You don't debate whether today is the right day to use toothpaste. You just do it. Why? Because at some point you decided it was non-negotiable. That's discipline. But here's where most people fail. They confuse discipline with motivation. They wait until they feel ready. They negotiate with themselves every morning. Should I go to the gym today? Should I wake up early? Should I write that page? And every time you negotiate, you lose, because feelings are unreliable. If you only act when you feel good, you'll never get anywhere. So let's strip it down to two brutally simple rules. Decide once, execute daily. Decide once means you stop reopening the question. You don't ask yourself every day if you're going to wake up at 5 a.m. You already decided. You don't ask yourself if you're going to work out. You already decided. The decision is done. Execute daily means you show up no matter how you feel. No bargaining, no excuses, no drama. You just do the thing. And the more you do it, the less energy it takes. It becomes automatic. Now let's go deeper. Why does this matter so much? Because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust with yourself. And that trust is everything. Think about it. If you had a friend who constantly broke promises, would you rely on them? Of course not. Yet most people live their lives breaking promises to themselves every single day. They say they'll wake up early, but they hit snooze. They say they'll eat clean, but they cave at the first craving. They say they'll study, but they scroll instead. And every time they do, they reinforce the belief that they can't be trusted. But when you flip that, when you start keeping promises, even small ones, you rebuild that trust. You start to believe yourself again. And that belief is the foundation of confidence. Confidence doesn't come from hype. It comes from evidence. Evidence that you do what you say you'll do. Here's the irony. People think discipline is restrictive, like it's a prison. But the truth is, discipline is freedom. When you're disciplined, you don't waste energy deciding. You don't waste time negotiating. You don't live in guilt or regret. You just act. And that frees up your mind for bigger things. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people. The first one wakes up and immediately starts negotiating with themselves. Should I get up now or sleep another 10 minutes? Should I go to the gym or skip today? Should I cook or order food? By noon, they're exhausted. Not from doing, but from deciding. The second person, they decided once. They wake up at 5 a.m., they hit the gym, they eat what they planned, no debates, no wasted energy. By noon, they've already stacked wins. That's the power of discipline. It's not harder, it's easier. And here's another truth. Discipline doesn't care about your feelings. You can be tired, stressed, unmotivated, it doesn't matter. Discipline just gets it done. That's why it's reliable. Motivation is like a spark. Discipline is like a furnace. One burns out quickly, the other keeps going, day after day. So how do you build it? Start small. Pick one promise, just one. Wake up at the same time every day. Write one page. Do 20 push-ups. Keep it simple. Then track it. Use a notebook, a checklist, whatever works. The act of checking it off builds momentum, and momentum is addictive. Next, remove the drama. Stop asking, do I feel like it? The answer doesn't matter. You don't need to feel like it, you just need to do it. And the more you do it, the less you'll care about feelings. Action creates clarity. Action creates energy. Over time, you'll notice something powerful. Discipline becomes identity. You stop saying, I'm trying to be disciplined. You start saying, I am disciplined. And that shift changes everything. Because once it's who you are, you don't need to force it. It's automatic.